hip. Tweaked my right one a little bit. That's become the recent drama in my life. Is like once a week to 10 days as I'm recovering, I tweaked it in a weird way night before last, so like a day and a half ago, and it's stiff. I feel some discomfort in there, but it's already not bothering me half as much as yesterday. Now, if I like retweak something as opposed to like a month and a half ago, where it would just wreck me for a week. Now at this point, because I'm doing a lot more things that I should have been doing in the first place and didn't know it, blah, blah, blah. I am, something like this where I retweak it usually only bugs me 2, maybe 3 days. Hopefully this is a 2-day thing, so I don't get quite as unnerved, but yeah. Night before last, I was doing pretty good, and I don't know. I moved it weird, getting off the couch and just, ugh. So it was rough yesterday. But anyway, here I am. New old long video, hence the title of this thing, goes live today. I'm just walking to the store, doing my usual thing, getting a little bit of exercise on the leg, and it's not hurting too much, but I do kind of want to stay off of it for the most part today, because I'm back at work tomorrow. And yeah, so it's 2... Now I've forgotten. I believe at 2... It's either, I think it's 2:15 p.m. today, 2:15 or 2:45. A thing on when I was reading information about when is best to post, they talked about not posting at prime times, meaning top of the hour or bottom of the hour. So I've been trying to post more at, 15 minutes or 45. And it's something I did a few years ago. I actually did it to thank my subscribers for getting me to 2,000 subs. And it kind of works because I'm really close. I'm about to hit 1,400. So, there's some correlation there. But I took it down because I realized there were some things I messed up cutting it. And the one I'm uploading now has a few pictures added to it to go along with it. Not a whole lot. It's mostly something for you to listen to. But I know a lot of you on my channel have said that you will sometimes literally turn my videos on and just listen to me talk, which, that's a compliment and a half to me. So this is like 3 hours of you being able to just sit and listen to me. And if you've watched my channel before, or if you've been with my channel, what was I saying? I completely lost my train of thought. If you've been following my channel for a long time, that's what I meant to say. If you've been following my channel for a long time, you maybe remember when I put this up, but I didn't leave it up that long because I realized there was some issues with the editing. There was like a few parts where I was supposed to cut out where I, was talking and then stumbled and had to pause, and I accidentally left the pause in there, that sort of stuff. So I had to go through, check it, and make sure it was all edited properly, and it's still something, totally valid. It's not like something that was a project very much for its time, but it was this case that I developed a really strong interest in. And it's interesting because I've done just about everything except just do a straight video on it. And I don't know if I ever will, because I've already put so much time into it. I put a lot of time just into this particular thing, but there was and it gets a little back to my roots, as I used to post a lot more true crime stuff. And it's not that I'm never going to do that again. It's just I'm a little bit more evened out. But today's video is going to be, I originally was just going to write a short book on this particular case. And then I wrote most of it and kind of sat there for a while, and I decided I was going to turn it into an audiobook. But instead of being lazy and using some system to just, create the voiceovers for me, I recorded them all myself, and it took forever because I had to do it in like 12 sessions because my voice kind of goes out when I'm doing like my YouTube voiceover, November 22nd, 1976. It was a very dark day in the city of Portland, that kind of stuff. And I'm not like vocally trained or anything. And so when I do my voiceovers and I put a little bit more emphasis into what I'm saying, my voice gets shot after about, 20 minutes, sometimes faster. But I converted this written piece into an audiobook and posted it on my channel for a short while, and then took it down, and it's been gone for a long time. And I think it's something a lot of people on my channel will really like. I'm sure it's too long for some people, but again, it's not intended to watch, really. There are images I added to give it a little bit more substance. You can see what the players involved look like. And I don't know, maybe someday I'll do a video about it, but for now, going live is about a 3-hour-long video, and it's an audiobook. I recorded myself based on a lengthy piece I wrote about this, still to this day, baffling unsolved murder case that happened in Portland back in 1921. I believe it was in the Portsmouth neighborhood, which is next to St. John's. I don't think it was quite into St. John's. Or, maybe it was then, but wouldn't be now. I'm not really certain. So that will be going live. So just letting you guys know. Hence the name of this live stream. A new, old, because it's technically a new video, but it's a new video of an old video, and it's a long one. Oh, I guess the camera's not that bad. I think the sun's just blurring things up a little bit. And I'm still at work on other projects. I don't want people to start getting concerned. The only reason I've been reposting or creating videos like these abandoned road videos, which the main reason I created a second one so quickly was I found stuff for a second one and everybody loved the first one so much. But still, a lot of the stuff I've been posting recently is, for the most part, been collections of older content, which, granted, older content that a lot of people never saw because I posted it when my channel was really small. And a lot of for reference, the second abandoned roads video I did, a lot of those explorations where I later, now at this point, found out that some of these places I was walking through, there was actually streets and roads going through there at one time. A lot of the videos I took that from, these are videos that are 5, 6, 7 years old. And these are videos that to this day, if they're even still public on my YouTube, these are videos that did like 150, 200 people views the first time around. These are videos that nobody watched. So it's not like I'm one of these guys that's already got, 1.5 million subs, post a new video that gets, bunch of views, and then I crop like 10 shorts out of it and then post it, and those all get a lot of views, and I'm just sucking up as much as I can out of previously used content. A lot of the stuff is stuff nobody's seen, and that's part of the reason why I wasn't intending to do it so many videos in a row, but I've had a hard time going out and about. And even yesterday I was going to go out and finally shoot video that I've been waiting like almost a month to do, because I'm working on this big project that I've been talking about, and it's been sitting there dormant because I'm literally at a point where I can't continue editing till I do that. And then night before, tweaked my leg a little bit and woke up yesterday and I was like, nope, I'm not comfortable. It's bothering me enough that I'm not comfortable going out and doing a whole bunch of walking today. It's like the third time that's happened. Okay, so I'm gonna try to do what I usually do, which is I'm at the store now. So I'm gonna try to pause this, be back in about 15 minutes if you're still around, and keep this live stream going. Sometimes it ends on its own. Usually it'll still be going, or if it ends and I try to restart a new one, it'll ask me if I want to restart this one. So either way, hopefully I'll be back in about 15, maybe 20 minutes at the most. Welcome to the most exciting part of my day, which is managing to make as much stuff as possible fit into my backpack so I can sling it up the hill and make my way back home. And you're going to be along for the ride. Oh my God, I need to cut this hair. just need the right day, because the place I get it cut at's right down the street there. Works so well in Aladdin. When the hair fell on his face, he just went and he was fine. So much for reality. Anyway, where did I leave off? Oh yes, talking about future projects and trying to actually get on some new stuff, because I've got new stuff prepped, sitting there, partially completed, knowing I was going to be waiting a while before I could go out and shoot video for this longer video that, again, I'm keeping cryptic about because, well, I want it to be a surprise. I started working on another video that actually took me a lot longer than I anticipated, getting all the images I wanted and needed together. But I mean, that work has actually made the start of the editing process run fairly smoothly, so there is a benefit. I don't know why I'm holding my phone in my left hand and these bags in my right. There we go, better. So I finally started editing on this other project last night, and it's not going to be an obscenely long video, and it was actually something that kind of popped into my head a few years ago. I was like, maybe I'll cover that someday, I don't know. And then someone in the comment section of one of my more recent videos mentioned that, said, you know, I think this would be a cool thing to do a video about. And I was like, I agree, because I actually kind of sort of considered that a while back. And then I was like, what the hell? This long video I'm doing is stuck in the mud for a few weeks. I'll start gathering info on this. This sounds right up my alley. It sounds interesting. And I started doing work on that, and I am now in the process of editing it. And since I have a week pretty much from today to get it done, I don't think that's going to be a problem. So there should be a new video up about a week from now, assuming something horrible doesn't happen, like my pending abduction. But yeah, there should be a video there. And you know, well, I'm walking pretty good. I wasn't anticipating walking this good. I thought it might take another day of dealing with the nagging at my leg to be moving good, but I gotta say, I'm moving pretty good right now. Well, it tends to bother me more when I'm, you know, not moving. You let the muscles and everything tighten. So, but yeah, the fact that I haven't been awake very long, my legs are kind of stiff, haven't walked much, and I'm not dying right now is nice. So, if that stays, and this string of bad luck of something randomly happening right before I want to go out and shoot video for this one other project, and there's already another project after that I want to go out and shoot video for, if it ends up not being too big of an issue, I can finally go out, maybe this weekend if possible, if I'm feeling good. And I have to... Hi! I don't know if you heard that. That guy recognized me. I had 3 people at work yesterday recognize me. I'm getting too big for my britches. That's the first time I've gotten a bike drive by, though, with someone waving. I love it. So yeah, maybe I'll be able to go out tomorrow. Not tomorrow, but this weekend. And finally get that video done. It's not that demanding of a thing, which is why I'm not too bothered by it. But we'll see. It all depends upon the circumstances. And my work schedule this week is not too demanding, because we ended up not having the weekend we expected we were going to have with the second Joker movie, which for the record, I don't care what anybody thinks. No. I was going to watch it regardless. So I go with my wife, her mom, her brother. We all went and watched it. And I went in joking, like, it's going to be a 5 out of 5. Guarantee you it's going to be a 5 out of 5. knowing it in the moment, like, it's a joke. Hopefully it's a 2.5. But I went in and, I try to be objective about whatever movie you see, despite hearing what a lot of people have had to say in advance. But I didn't really get any spoilers, so I was able to, watch it and not really know what was happening next. And people, I don't know what movie the rest of you out there were watching, but I saw Joker 2 yesterday, and it was amazing. It was fantastic. I really don't understand it all. I mean, I do. There's lots of different reasons why I could see someone thinking Joker 2 is going to be this, and then it ends up being that. But just because you don't like it, not liking a movie and a movie being a bad movie are not the same thing. I went in thinking there's going to be some good parts. Joaquin will do some good acting, which his acting was off the frickin' charts. Lady Gaga was pretty good in it too. But I don't know. Seems like people got into, I don't know, maybe people thought they were expecting more of the first one, and it's like, well, the first movie's the origin story, and this is afterwards. It's not going to be the same thing. I also think, the musical thing probably bugged a lot of people, and that was the thing, is I kept waiting for it to bother me, but it didn't. Obviously, I don't want to spoil too much. Some people probably here haven't seen it. I don't know if you're planning on seeing it, but from beginning to end, at no point was my interest, did my interest wane in any way, shape, or form. Maybe I'm just an old cinema guy, because a whole bunch of people, and I get it, the movie is pretty much, it takes place mostly in only a few areas, put it that way. And I know a lot of people came out of it and said it was boring, which my wife said this to me last night, and I totally agree. She's like, the moment a whole bunch of people come out and say a certain movie is boring, I start to think, I'm probably gonna like this. But it's just with how many I remember back in my day, I remember sometime back, nobody cared what critics were saying. Nobody cared what reviews were saying of movies. If it was a big movie, people went to see it regardless. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't, but it's like, I have so little faith in film critics. I don't know. I feel like too many of them are the same person, because they all love the exact same movies and they all hate the exact same movies. And I'm sorry, objectively, some people are lying in that situation. And it's like, really? All of you film critics, you film analysts, you film analyzers, you people are supposed to be masters of cinema, and you went and saw Joker 2 with its great acting, its pretty compelling story, really good cinematography, really good lighting, good comedy when it was applicable. You saw all that and said, this is horrible? Really? You all said that? Give me a break. I'm really starting to lose faith. I'm not trying to sound like an old man, but it comes to a lot of young people, I'm really losing faith in people's ability to understand what cinema is supposed to be. Y'all went to The Substance and lost your mind. Y'all went to Beetlejuice, or Twisters, and it's like the greatest movies ever made. And I'm just like, I understand film is escapism for some people, but again, that doesn't mean just because you don't like a movie, or, I get it. Joker 2 was not what a lot of people were expecting. And it wasn't what I was expecting either, because I was expecting to not really like it that much. And I loved it from beginning to end. And a bunch of people bitch about the end, which obviously I'm not going to say how it ended. But I got it. I don't know. Was there stuff that happened in the movie that people just, they don't understand meaning, storyline? Like, things between the lines, metaphors being shown. You know, something happens and it's not just what you see, but there's meaning behind it. Things that tie back to other things. Things that lead you to not think something, but then all of a sudden at another moment you realize, oh my God, yes, all those things are supposed to come into play in film. And it's just, apparently people just want everything handed to them. They don't want to have to think. And again, if that's who you are as a film viewer, that's fine. But don't say another film is bad just because you couldn't follow a lot of it or something like that. It's just, it's really annoying. I really have lost all confidence in people's reviews of movies recently. I don't even look at what anybody says, whether I know them or not. Anyway, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. New video starting very, very soon.